channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. So today's video is going to be my books that I'm most looking forward to reading in 2024. That is crazy to say. I cannot believe that we are at the end of 2023. I feel like this year has just absolutely flown by, but I am very excited to see what the new year brings, and I thought that I would take you through some of my most anticipated reads for the year ahead. I will also be doing a couple of other videos relating to reading within 2024 and books that I want to read. However, this is my immediate TBR, books that I 100% want to read within the year. I just thought that it would be a bit of fun to show you guys what books I am most looking forward to. I just want to briefly mention that I am by no means a TBR girl. I am very much a mood reader. I typically read books that I just look at and I go, yep, I'm in the mood to read this. However, one of my New Year's bookish resolutions is to read different genres that I wouldn't necessarily pick up firsthand. I do have quite the mix in this stack, so I feel like we are covering a lot of different genres. Instead of rambling on, we are just going to dive straight into this video. If you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give the video a big old thumbs up, subscribe down below, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to follow me on all of my other social media platforms, which are always linked in the description box down below. And with that said, let's just jump straight into the video. So as I mentioned in the intro, we've got quite the stack. So I'm actually going to begin with a series that I very much want to finish next year, and that is the ACOTAR series by Sarah J Maas. I read ACOTAR in, I want to say in August, and I really did enjoy it. I think I ended up rating it about 4 stars. However, I keep seeing everyone read the rest of the series, and there's only one way that I'm going to get through it, and that is by reading it. I think the one thing that's really truly putting me off is just the sheer size of these books, and then also A Court of Silver Flames, which I do have, but it's up on my top shelf and I forgot to get it down. This series I really want to read, purely because I want to dive into the Throne of Glass world. I've heard so many great, amazing things about that series that I'm actually more excited about reading that series than this one now. However, people have said that you have to read the ACOTAR series before Throne of Glass, because ACOTAR is easier to get into as such, and you're kind of already familiar with the world. So I'm very much looking forward to reading this. If you are completely unaware of the ACOTAR series or have been living under a rock, the first book is ACOTAR, which is this one here. This little one here I have tabbed. I've gone tab happy on it. Then the second book is A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and then A Court of Frost and Starlight. So I am very excited to dive into these ones. I obviously won't talk too much about these as they are the middle of a series. However, I've heard everybody's favourite is A Court of Mist and Fury, so I feel like I desperately need to get on with reading that one, but I'm very excited to dive back into that world 100%. It definitely wouldn't be a video if I didn't briefly mention a murder mystery or two. One that I know one of my friends will be absolutely ecstatic to know that this is on my high priority TBR. That is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. My friend keeps telling me that I need to read this, and because she wants somebody to talk about it with, and that would be me. So I am making this a priority to read this book. This is written by Stuart Turton, and the story, if anybody is wanting to know, is at a party thrown by her parents, Evelyn Hardcastle will be killed again. She's been murdered hundreds of times, and each day Aidan Bishop is too late to save her. The only way to break this cycle is to identify Evelyn's killer, but every time the day begins again, Aidan wakes in the body of a different guest, and someone is desperate to stop him ever escaping Blackheath. This does sound very good. My friend has absolutely rave and just spoken extremely good things about this book, and overall the reviews that I have read about this book have been very, very good. This book has also been sitting on my shelf for a very long time, so I feel like it is time to go into this book. I've just realised there's a running theme of thick books this year. We are going to overcome this fear because I've got quite a few rather thick books and I want to get through them. I want to read them, and you know, if it's a murder mystery, I don't mind too much because I'm very familiar with the genre and I'm very happy to kind of just sit and read a thick book. I then have two more kind of murder mysteries that I'm actually extremely eager to read, and also I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about this series before, and that is the Lady Joker series by, I'm not even going to go in and try and pronounce this name. This is the author. It is a Japanese book, not in Japanese, but it is a Japanese based book, and the story is Tokyo 1995. 5 men meet at the racetrack every Sunday to bet on horses. They have little in common except a deep dissatisfaction with their lives, but together they represent the social struggles and griefs of post-war Japan. Intent on revenge against a society that values corporate behemoths more than human life, the 5 conspirators decide to carry out a heist, kidnap the CEO of Japan's largest beer conglomerate. This is going to be like another word like utilitarianism that took me literally weeks to try and pronounce that word. No word of a lie, I was sat at my laptop trying to pronounce this word for weeks, and my parents and my boyfriend were just standing there saying the word, and it was only like a couple of days ago that I could pronounce it. Conglomerate. Conglomerate? And extract blood money from the company's corrupt financiers. Inspired by the unsolved true crime kidnapping case perpetrated by the monster with 21 faces, Lady Joker is the magnum opus by one of Japan's literary masters, twice adapted for film and TV and often taught in high school and college classrooms. I've not heard anything about these books, but I want to read more historical, although this isn't deemed historical fiction as such, I don't think. Could be wrong. I want to read more about kind of like, I really enjoy reading like true crime, so this could be a good one. There are 2 volumes. This is volume 1 and this is volume 2. I also just really like the spines to them. I think they're really cool, and it was actually Owen that picked them out for me, which is quite what's the word?
2 hours later.
It was quite a coincidence because he actually works within the beer industry and he just randomly picked these 2 books out for me on the shelf in Waterstones. We have got Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. I have seen this everywhere on Bookstagram and TikTok. So many people have loved this book. They've said that it's one of their favourite reads of the year. It's just been sitting on my shelf. It's one of these books, once again, I have such a thing when it comes to really viral books. I will either devour them and love them and be like everybody else on social media and just never get over the world, like Magnolia Parks for example, or I will buy the books but they will sit on my shelf for a very long time because I'm so scared that I'm going to be disappointed by them. Now, romance, I believe this is a romance. The story follows. New York is slipping from Cleo's grasp. 24 at a different party every night, and with a student visa that's swiftly running out, she doesn't even have money for cigarettes. But then a chance encounter on New Year's Eve offers her a way out. Frank, successful and 20 years older, can give her the security she craves and the green card she needs. And in Cleo, he sees a life filled with beauty, art and freedom. The 2 rush headlong into an impulsive marriage and their friends are drawn into its tumultuous orbit. What began as a chance meeting will change all their lives forever. Next up. Oh my god. Daisy Haites The Great Undoing. This just has to be done purely because of the fact that I've read the first 2 this year. I'm currently reading the 3rd one, so I would have read the first 3 this year. And I obviously need to read this one before the new one comes out. If anybody is unaware, the new one is coming out, I want to say, at the beginning of next year or something along those lines. I'm just so excited for this. This world has me in a chokehold. Like, there is just no way about it. It is... oh. Anyone who knows me, I have raved about Magnolia Parks. It is this world that you just get engrossed in. I love it. And it is what it is. So I'm very excited to kind of not finalise the story because it's not the end. I don't want to end it because it's one of my favourite series in the entire world. Probably my favourite series of the entire world now. And I just love it. I love it so much that I just want to live in this world forever. Jessa Hastings, this is a PSA for Jessa Hastings. Please never end the Magnolia Parks world. Please don't, because I need it. All day, every day. Thank you very much. I thought to sort of stay in the same world as Jessa Hastings is to read her new book, Never, which is based loosely, I think loosely, off of Peter Pan. I'm excited to read this book. The artwork in itself just makes me want to read it. Like, it is just so beautiful. You guys would have seen this book in my book haul that I posted, which I will link somewhere on this screen. But I am just absolutely obsessed with anything Jessa Hastings writes. I'm going to finally read Ali Hazelwood's work. I have 2 of her books already, The Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain, which I am yet to read also. I just want to, I don't know, it kind of draws me in a bit more. I'm not sure why. I've literally had the other 2 sitting on my shelf for ages. When I first entered Bookstagram, which, oh my god guys, can you believe it's gonna be 2 years? 2 years. I picked up those books, or The Love Hypothesis anyway, and I've not read it. There was just something about this. Rachel Catherine, who is one of my favourite creators in the book world, she read this. And I don't know, there was just something about it that really attracted me to it. So we're gonna see, we're gonna go with it. And I will most likely maybe film a video of me reading Ali Hazelwood's books, if that is something that you guys would like. So that might be a reading vlog, like, in itself. The last 2 books on this list are books that circled around Bookstagram when I first joined, so we're talking 2 years almost. I still haven't read them. They've been sitting on my shelf for a really, really long time. And that is The Song of Achilles and Circe by Madeline Miller. I generally really like learning about Greek mythology, and it's something I really, really want to read more and get into, and I don't know why, but I've just been so scared to pick up these books. This is where we're kind of going back to the whole being scared of reading like absolutely viral books. Like, these 2 books were viral, like they were crazy popular, and I've had multiple people talk about these books to me and saying how incredible they are. They are a must read, they are life-changing, so it's only right that I officially read them this year and I make it my mission to read it, because if not they're probably just gonna be sitting on my shelf for years to come and will never end up reading. So those are all the books that I would like to get read in 2024. If you guys have read any of these books, or you know, have any of these on your TBR, then please let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave the video a big old thumbs up, subscribe down below, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Don't forget to follow me on all my other social media platforms, and with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!